Hey there, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is A Handwoven Experience. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about a beginner's mindset. Friends, I'm going to get deep. Just come on and get deep with me, would ya? So let me set the scene. When I talk about a beginner's mindset, have you ever watched a kid learn a new skill? They dive in with all the enthusiasm and curiosity that they have in their little bodies. They're not influenced by past experiences or their version of how this is supposed to go. They don't have any of that history to influence how they are learning. They're just an open book, big old sponge. And I know here at Acting Creative, so much of the content is geared towards beginning weavers. So if you're in that I'm a sponge stage, you're already using your beginner mindset, and that is fabulous. And I'm going to encourage you to keep it up. So maybe this episode won't apply to your weaving life, but could apply somewhere else. And for my friends that have been weaving a very long time, maybe you would like to revisit a beginner's mindset with me. You see, I recently had a conversation with Michelle Marshall of the Rigid Heddle fame, and she and I were talking through a project, and she says, well, I would do some hem stitching at the edge of the fabric. And I was like, oh no, I don't hem stitch. And then she says, yeah, and I would use my 3-prong twister to twist the fringe. I was like, oh no, I only do 2. I don't do 3. And all of a sudden I heard myself. I thought, oh, that can't be good. Look at me shutting down ideas before they even fully enter my head. Just like, nope, I don't do that. That can't be good. So I thought, I think I need a tweak here in my attitude. I need to take on more of a beginner mindset. I need to be more open and curious and really forget what I know at moments. Do you know what I mean? Just be like, okay, maybe that was my experience at one time, but it could be different. So I came across a great post from the Calm app. You know the Calm app, right? And they had this whole list of benefits for why it's good to adopt a beginner's mindset. And I wanted to share just a couple with you. The first one is enhanced creativity and innovation. Boy, wouldn't that be true if we were open to other ideas of how to do things, how to use different tools, different materials, even how we think about dressing our loom. There's so many different nooks and crannies that we could really be open and curious, and that would help us then be more creative. We have more ideas that we can play with. We have more tools in our toolbox. That's just got to help with all the creativity and even problem solving in general. I like that one. How about this? Deeper learning. Boy, I hope I'm always learning something. That is absolutely my goal, is to be open and curious and to always be figuring out new things, hearing how other people are doing it and asking myself, could I do it that way? Would that be beneficial? Maybe some of the time, maybe all the time. How does that fit with me? Deeper learning. That's an important one. I think it keeps us young too. That's just a sidebar. And lastly, they talked about greater enjoyment and satisfaction. And boy, I think this is so true. I know the times that I am looser with my ideas, I am more aware of different options. Boy, I am just happier. I find that I start to kind of box myself in, and that makes me grumpy. So I can absolutely see why and how adopting a beginner mindset can really help and just bring you greater enjoyment and satisfaction. You just have more opportunities available to you. There's more ways to do this. So you never really get that kind of stuck feeling. I don't like that. I like the idea of being more open, thinking like a kid, looking at situations with curiosity, not with judgment. Got to stay away from that. That's one of my personal tasks. Be more open and curious. So friends, I know this wasn't our normal kind of episode, but I just thought it was important, and it applies to anyone who is anyone, if you're learning a new skill, if you are diving into new things, maybe you've been doing weaving for many decades, but you're feeling like you're starting to box yourself in because you're not open to new ideas or the way other people do things, or just being curious in general. So ask yourself, is there a part of your life, or definitely your weaving journey, where you can adopt a beginner's mindset? Maybe there's something there, huh? Let me know in the comments if this is something that you do regularly, or if this is a new idea and like, okay, Chris, I could look at a situation a little differently. Might help me enjoy it more or be more creative. That would be a good thing, wouldn't it? Okay, friends, we can get out of the deep end of the pool now. Hope you have a great week. Happy weaving.